Right, here that the first question we are going to discuss that in your textbook. This is page number 122. And we will take the first question. It is question number 25. Question number 25. So then here that we will see that what is the question we have. 5x minus 2y equal to negative 19. And the next equation, x minus 2y equal to negative 7. Now, when you have the two equations like this, the first step you want to number the equation, right? So then here equation 1 and 2. The second step, you want to list down the coefficient of each variable. Now here that if you look at x, that it has the 5 and 1, the coefficient value, and the other one is 2 and 2. Then you can easily decide to eliminate y. Then I look at the sign of the coefficient. Here that I can see it is negative 2 and negative 2. When I look at the sign that they are same, right? That both of them have the same sign, right? The negative 2 and negative 2. When I have the same sign, when I can see the same sign of the coefficient of the eliminating variable, I decide to subtract the equation. Here that I will take that they subtract the equation 2 from equation 1. Then I write 5x minus 2y. Then subtract x minus 2y. Then you have negative 19. Subtract negative 7. Right? So then you solve the bracket that 5x minus 2y. Then minus x. Then you have plus 2y. Then here you have negative 19 plus 7. So then the negative 2y, positive 2y, you can cancel. 5x minus x, that it gives me the answer 4x. Negative 19 plus 7, it is negative 12. So then the x is equal to negative 12 divided by 4. So then x is equal to negative 3. After finding the value of one variable, so then we want to consider one of the given equation. Here I will take equation 2. Right? That I have told you there are no hard and fast rule that which equation you are going to select. You can select any of the equation. Here I selected the equation 2. Then I make the y subject. How? That the x plus 7 is equal to 2y. Hope you can understand what I did. I sent negative 2y to the other side. It became positive 2y. And I brought that negative 7 to the other side. It becomes positive 7. That I have now 2y is equal to x plus 7. What is the x value I found? It is negative 3. And negative 3 plus 7, the answer is, it is positive 4. It's positive 4. Therefore, the y is equal to 4 divided by 2. The answer is 2. So, after calculating that, finally you want to conclude your answer. Therefore, x is equal to negative 3 and y is equal to 2. Now, if you are not sure about your answers, what you can do, children, that here that I considered equation 2 for my second calculation. No? So then I take equation 1, that is 5x minus 2y, right? So then I take 5x minus 2y and I substitute the values I found for x and y, right? So then we'll see that what are the values I got. The x value I got negative 3. Therefore, here I write negative 3. Then the y value I got positive 2. Here I write positive 2. So then 5 minus negative 3, it is negative 15. Then 2 times 2, it is 4. Then negative 15, negative 4, it is negative 90. So then when you get that the 5x minus 2y value, so then it gives me negative 19. When I substitute the values I found for x and y using the first equation. So this is the second equation. This is the next one. So then we'll see that yes, 5x minus 2y is equal to negative 19. Here I got 5x minus 2y is equal to negative 19. That means I get the same equation which they have given in the question. That means the calculated x value and the y value is correct. That is how you want to confirm whether you have calculated the x value and the y value correctly. So then we will move to the next question. That is question number 29. Question number 29, children, that we see that what they have given. So that is 3p plus 5q equal to 17. And the next equation, 4p plus 5q equal to 60. That you do the same thing, number the equations 1 and 2, then you quickly list down the coefficient values like this. So then here it is 3 and 4, and here it is 5 and 5. That with the time when you are that familiar with this, that you will think that why we are listing down that straight away we can decide what is the variable we are going to eliminate. Yes, with the practice you can decide. But when you that present your answer, this is more methodical, that anyone can see that how you decided to eliminate this variable based on what. That after looking at which values you made this decision, it is very clear that I can eliminate the y because it has the same coefficient. Then I want to look at the sign of that, that here I have that the positive 5 and positive 5. That means I have the same sign of the coefficient. When I have the same sign, I do the subtraction. Here that I get 2 minus 1, right? So 2 minus 1. Either you are doing 1 minus 2 or 2 minus 1. It doesn't get any impact to the final answer. Only thing that the way you are taking either 2 minus 1 and 1 minus 2, it is all about the easiness of the calculation. Now here that I have 4p plus 5q, subtract the first equation 3p plus 5q equal to 16 minus 17. Then we can solve the bracket 4p plus 5q minus 3p minus 5q equal to negative 1, right? So then you can see that the positive 5 cube and negative 5 cube you can cancel. 4p minus 3p, it is 1p. But normally we don't write it, but still here we write 1p is equal to negative 1. So then the p is equal to negative 1. After finding the p value, that I consider one of the equation, that here I will take equation 1, let's say. So then I have 3p plus 5q equal to 17. So then I want to find the q value. Therefore, I keep the q value here. So then the 17 minus 3p, right? So then I will move here as I don't have enough space. So then I can write this 5q is equal to 17 subtract 3 multiplied by negative 1. So then I write that the 5q is equal to 17 subtract negative 3. So then I can see that 5q is equal to 17 plus 3. So then 5q is equal to 20. So then q is equal to 20 divided by 5. The answer is 4. Okay. So then you can conclude your answer. Therefore, P is equal to -1 and Q is equal to 4. Now I told you that after doing this, if you want to recheck that earlier I considered the equation 1, no? So then for the recalculation or the reconfirmation, I get the equation 2, that is 4P plus PQ. So then here I write that the 4P plus PQ. You also can do this in your working column and cross-check whether that we have done the calculation correctly. Sorry, that here I have done a mistake. It should be 4P plus 5Q. It should be 5Q, children. It should be 5Q. Okay. So then the 5 multiplied by the Q value. What are the values I got? P -1, Q4. P -1 and Q4. So then we'll see that here it is -4 plus 20. So then 4P plus 5Q. So then 4P plus 5Q, what is the value I get? I get 16. Then we will check whether this is the equation they have given in the question. Yes. 4P plus 5Q is equal to 16. That is the equation they have given. So that means the calculated P value and the Q value is correct, right? So when you follow the steps like this, first you number the equations, then you list down the coefficient and decide which is the eliminating variable. After deciding the eliminating variable, then you look at the sign of the coefficient of the eliminating variable. Then if they are same, what you do, you subtract the equation. If they are different, that we'll see that with the next question, what we can do. That is question number 30. We'll see that if the signs are different, what we can do. Question number 30, you have 3P minus 5Q equal to 7. And then the next equation you have 4P plus 5Q equal to -14. So then you number the equation 1 and 2. Then you list down the coefficient of each variable. So then I get 3 and 4, here 5 and 5. So then definitely you are going to eliminate the variable Q first now. So then you want to look at the sign. So then here we have that the -5 and the +5. When you have the different signs of the coefficient, that both the sums we discussed a little while ago, that you had the same sign, that the negative or positive. But here that you have the different sign. When you have the different signs, what you do, you just add the equation. Either 1 plus 2 or 2 plus 1, it doesn't matter. You just add the equation 1 plus 2. Okay. So then I write that the 3P minus 5Q, add. I write the second component inside the bracket first, that like this. So then here that the 7 plus -14. You want to be mindful when you are dealing with the negative signs and when you are dealing with the brackets, children. So then here it is plus 4P, then plus 5Q, and here you have 7 minus 14. Then -5Q, +5Q, you can cancel. 3P and 4P, it is 7P. 7P is equal to -7. Then the P is equal to -7 divided by 7. So then the P is equal to -1. After finding the P value that you want to consider one of the equation, here I will take equation 2, that I am telling again and again that no hard and fast rule that which equation you are going to pick for the second calculation. You can select anything, right? So then what I do here, that I keep 5Q one side and send the 4p to the other side. Negative 14 minus 4p. Okay. So then the 5q is equal to negative 14 subtract 4 minus negative 1 because the p value is negative 1. Now you see that how I am dealing with the numbers, that negative 14 subtract, right? So then the negative 4, right? So then here I write that the 5q and negative 14 positive 4. Now what happened, Pute? The negative, negative, it becomes positive. So then I have 5q equal to negative 10. So then you can write that the q equal to negative 10 divided by 5. The answer is negative 10. So then you can conclude your answer. Therefore, that the P is equal to negative 1 and Q is equal to negative 2. Right? I told you, you can cross-check whether your calculations are correct or wrong. So how I'm going to cross-check that earlier I considered the equation 2. Therefore, for cross-checking or the reconfirmation, I select equation 1, that is 3P minus 5Q. That is 3P minus 5Q. So then I expand this. How? 3 times P subtract 5 times Q. Right? So then what is the P value you get? Negative 1 and negative 2. And here you write negative 1 and negative 2. So 3 times negative 1, it is negative 3. Then 5 times negative 2, it is negative 10. Right? So then here we write that the 3p minus 5q, then 3p minus 5q is equal to negative 3 plus 10. So then 3p minus 5q is equal to, wait, where is the mistake we have done? No, it is correct. That is 7. So then 3p minus 5q is equal to 7. We'll see that. Is that the question? Yes. 3p minus 5q is equal to 7. So then you get the same answer. That means you have done the calculation correctly. Now you can see that this is easy if you follow the steps. First you want to number the equations. Then you check the coefficient of each variable. Then you decide what is the variable you are going to eliminate. After deciding the eliminating variable, then you check the sign of the coefficient of that variable. If you find they are equal, that they are same like this, so then we go for the subtraction. But if they are different like this, we add the equation and we find the other variable value. Then you consider the equation 1 and 2 and substitute that the variable value and get the value of the other variable. And you conclude the answer with the statement, therefore, P is equal to this much and the Q is equal to this much. But you want to cross-check whether you have done this correctly or not. Therefore, you go to your working column and double-check that substituting the P value and Q value to the other equation, which we didn't consider earlier, and see whether you get the same answer. That if you get the same answer, that means you have done the calculation correctly and you have solved the simultaneous equations correctly.